there are hundreds of thousands of ways to show respect. And even though we've done this at this speech, at this celebration, I would like to thank Mr. Yee for the time he has spent with us at Walter Panas High School. From the staff of Walter Panas High School and the Board of Education of Lakeland Schools, we wish you all good things. Please be safe, and thank you very much.
As principal, it gives me great pleasure to give some final remarks to the members of Walter Panas High School's graduating class of 2017. First, I want to thank Dr. Stone, Ms. Dobson, and Dr. Sandground for your thoughtful comments to our graduating class. Jason, I want to thank you for sharing your wonderful high school memories with us and your comment about Panas being a family. Natalie, I appreciate your thoughts about learning, being an active activity, and how we've all taught someone something. By the way, thank you for representing Panas in your role as the Student Board of Representative this year, along with Chelsea. Finally, Lauren, your description of freshman, sophomore, junior, and senior year was spot on. And I'm glad to hear that your teachers not only taught you knowledge from textbooks, but also life lessons too. So thank you all for your wonderful speeches. As you know, this is my last commencement ceremony as principal of Walter Panas High School, and therefore it will be my last lesson to all of you as a teacher. 31 years ago, when I became a teacher, my mentor taught me how it's important to grab students' attention during the first few minutes of your lesson. So I'm going to start by showing you one of my son's most prized possessions, this golf hat. I will let you know why this golf hat meant so much to him as he was growing up later in this speech. Every year, as I start to prepare my commencement speech, I sometimes try to get inspiration by watching YouTube of famous people giving commencement address. I would say of all the ones that I have watched, my favorite one is by Steve Jobs, Apple founder's graduation speech at Stanford back in 2005. It is very inspiring how he talks about the importance of having passion. Of course, there are funny ones also, like the one recently given by Will Ferrell, who gave a hilarious commencement address to graduates of USC, his alma mater, where he actually sang the entire Whitney Houston song, "I Will Always Love You." Well, I can safely assure you I am not going to be singing "I Will Always Love You" this morning. Although my sentiments towards all of you guys, as well as the entire Panas family, is exactly that. Some people might think this commencement ceremony signifies an end. On the contrary, the word commencement means to initiate or to start an endeavor. So what is it that we initiate with our commencement ceremony this morning? The graduates of Walter Panas High School are initiating or beginning the next phase in their lives, one that I believe will be filled with promise, opportunity, and accomplishments. This month, you may have noticed a quote that I decided to display on our marquee in front of the school. It is a quote from the Ellis Island Museum, and it says, "A journey is venturing from one place to another." 2 years ago, when Leonard Nimoy, who played Mr. Spock, passed away, I shared with everyone during the commencement speech that year how I am a huge fan of Star Trek. When I heard that a new TV series, Star Trek Discovery, will be airing this September, I was elated. I'm sure, like all the other Star Trek movies and TV series, the new one will also start with something like this: Space, the Final Frontier. These are the voyages of the Starship Enterprise. Its 5-year mission to explore strange new worlds, to seek out new life and new civilizations, to boldly go where no person has gone before. Well, after today, all of you are beginning a new journey to seek out new experiences that will inspire you to fulfill your big dreams and goals. I know that for most of you, your life's journey began in Cortland Manor 17 or 18 years ago. But now you're off to Ohio, Michigan, Massachusetts, and many other places that you have never been before. Although you are leaving behind your family and friends, I know that you will someday return home. For those of you who are staying in New York, you too will be starting a new journey in a different environment than the one you have been so familiar with for the past 4 years. My hope is that you will take away the experiences that you have gained from Walter Panas High School to pursue the things that you love to do. As most of you know, I too will be starting a new journey after I finish my final official act of conducting this ceremony as your high school principal. It is hard for me to believe, but after starting out as a biology teacher in Bayside, Queens, 31 years ago, next Friday will be my last day before I retire from New York State. When I watched your senior video, many of you were reminiscing about your high school career and thinking back. Well, I too have been doing a lot of reflecting about my career, especially my time here at Panas. When we decided to embrace one school, one family as our motto last year, I had one of my office walls painted with a huge logo to make a statement about why our school is such a special place. Panas is a special place, not because of Regents results or how many championships we have. Rather, it's a special place because we have the greatest resources that any principal could ask for: amazing students and dedicated staff. When I rejoined Panas back in January 2015, on the first day, I gave each staff member a button and a sticker with the following quote by a high school teacher, Krista McAuliffe, who was one of 7 astronauts killed in the Space Shuttle Challenger disaster in 1986. "I touch the future, I teach," she said. Perhaps it was just a coincidence, but 1986 was the exact year that I became a teacher, like Krista McAuliffe. Teaching was my calling. That one quote, "I touch the future, I teach," has inspired and guided me all these years to be the best teacher I could be, knowing the importance of connecting with students. As I have stated many times, each and every one that works in a school environment is a teacher. And I value the relationships that all of you have had with staff at Panas, from teachers to even Stu, the snack man, that Lauren mentioned in her speech. I have always believed that each and every interaction we have is opportunity to connect with one another. I have truly been impressed with all the accomplishments that this senior class has demonstrated throughout your 4 years at Panas. I know that when you leave Panas and pursue your dreams, you will achieve even greater things and leave a mark for others to follow. They say that having empathy and kindness is the true sign of social and emotional intelligence. So I want to challenge each and every one of you to think not only for yourself, but to think how you could be a productive citizen and make a difference in the community and the world we live in. I know that the word passion is an overused word in commencement speeches, but I truly believe that a main ingredient to happy and successful life is passion. I hope all of you discover your fire within that will bring joy to your lives. For me, family and school are 2 very important things. However, there is one other thing that I'm very passionate about, and that brings me back to this golf hat. It is no secret at Panas and all the schools where I have worked at that I am an obsessive, compulsive golfer. I love the game, not only because of the challenging nature of the game, but also the relationships that you can build with a total stranger at a golf course who just happens to love the game as much as you do. They say that among people who enjoy team or individual sports, golfers are the most optimistic. Every time I play a round of golf, I think about a perfect round where I get a par in every hole. Well, I came close a few times, but I have never been able to accomplish that feat yet. However, I will keep practicing and dreaming that someday, perhaps, I will. Like golf, life is not perfect. There will be ups and downs, disappointments and failures, obstacles and setbacks that all of you will experience. How you handle these challenges will determine your true character and shape your life's path. So this hat has a signature of a very famous golfer, Tiger Woods. It was about 15 years ago when I went to a golf tournament with my son, who was 10 at the time. He was really getting into golf, and his role model was Tiger Woods, who was literally winning every tournament. We waited for hours after he completed his round, thinking that we might get lucky amongst hundreds of his fans. Well, it was just a pure luck that the exact spot where we were standing, Tiger just happened to cross the path, and he stopped and signed this hat for my son. It was a simple signature on a golf hat, but my son was so happy, and he couldn't stop talking about it for weeks. I believe most of us know what happened to Tiger Woods recently, and yes, he made some terrible mistakes in his life. However, what he accomplished on the golf course during his prime years is something that may never be repeated again by another golfer. As you know, last Sunday was Father's Day, and for me, the best gift I tell my family is for me to play a round of golf in the morning and then watch the U.S. Open on TV all day. So back in 2008, like all the other Father's Day, I was watching the U.S. Open being played at one of the most beautiful courses in the world, Torrey Pines in San Diego. It was Tiger's last putt to tie for the lead and force a playoff. I was glued to the television all day, and I said to my son, sitting next to me, Tiger is going to make this putt. Well, he did, and he went on to play 19 additional holes on Monday to win the U.S. Open, his 14th and last major tournament. What surprised me about this win for Tiger was not the fact that he beat the best players in the world, but the fact that he played this tournament after staying away from golf for 8 weeks because of arthroscopic surgery on his left knee. What was more impressive and amazing was the fact that we learned a few days later that he actually had a torn ligament on his left knee and that he was not going to be able to play for the next 6 to 12 months. His determination and passion for the game was incomparable to anyone who has ever played the game. His coach, before the U.S. Open, was there with Tiger Woods. When doctors told him he should be on crutches, Tiger said, I'm playing the U.S. Open and I'm going to win. His coach said after the tournament, he won the U.S. Open with a broken leg and a torn ACL. He knew every swing was going to hurt, but he could do it because the pain didn't come until after he hit the ball. A golf analyst described his feat as one of the greatest achievements in all of sports. What I admire about Tiger Woods is his ability to visualize every shot before executing the swing. The ability to concentrate and focus on every shot is one of the keys to his success. I hope you understand why I wanted to share this story with you. There is no substitution for hard work, effort, and persistence. As you leave Walter Panas High School, I want to encourage all of you to find passion, seek purpose in life, and have courage to pursue it. If I was Tiger's coach right now, as he goes through some tough times, I would share the same quote that I have shared with all of you at our assemblies by Winston Churchill, who said, "Success is going from failure to failure without losing enthusiasm." I want all of you to take advantage of the power of positive thinking and believe that something good will happen. No matter what it is that you want, no matter how impossible it may seem, if you believe and know it's yours, it will be yours in the end. It truly has been a privilege to have shared with you parts of your high school memories and experiences. I will cherish the memories such as seeing Ryan on stage, singing and performing at one of our at one of our Panas Players productions, watching our student athletes like Danielle hitting a home run during a softball game, listening to our wonderful choral, orchestra, or band students performing at our concerts, playing a game of ping pong with some of you on Fridays after school. The list could go on and on. I will certainly miss all of you guys. What I'm going to value are not the championships and trophies that you have won, but the memories that you have shared amongst yourselves and have given me for the past 2.5 years. Your parents and family shared this day with you. Their pride in you and their joy in your achievements reflect the measure of their support, their encouragement, and their love. After you leave the ceremony and look into their proud faces, see the love and support that has nurtured and sustained you and brought you this far in life. For you, I thank and congratulate them for a job well done. I always have said that teaching is the greatest profession in the world, and your teachers shared this morning with you in a special way too. For them, it marks the culmination of a joint venture. From learning about U.S. history in Dr. Sandground's class, to solving a derivative problem in Miss Joya's AP Calculus class, or learning how to make good decisions in Miss Petrucci's health class, their dedication and commitment for excellence have served to challenge each and every one of you to put your best effort. For you, I salute and thank them for a job well done. I know your respect and admiration for them to be heartfelt and nurturing, enduring. As we ask these youngsters to start their next phase of their lives, I am sure you are as proud of them as I am. So on this wonderful day, I say to all of these young people, go forward, take advantage of what you have been given, make us proud. Make us so proud of the accomplishments that are yet to come in your lives. Above all, believe in yourselves that you can achieve anything with hard work and effort. Dream big. To the class of 2017, you have been my inspiration for the past 10 months, and although I may not remember the names of all 246 students who are graduating today, I will always remember the class of 2017 as the class who graduated with me from Panas. Thank you, and it is time for me to give you a final salute. Congratulations, good luck, and again, borrowing the favorite phrase from Mr. Spock from Star Trek, and I'm going to add another word, live long, be happy, and prosper. Thank you. At this time, I would like to invite Ms. Heather Joya and Ms. Petrucci, who will be our senior class presenters, to the podium so that we may begin the presentation of diplomas. Will the senior class please move forward to receive your diplomas?
Lauren Michelle Aviles. Luciana Zipporah Mbake. Daniel Gerard Abate. Rebecca Abraham. Morgan Abranovich. Joshua Carson Abrams. Monica Acevedo. Devin M. Atkins. Brett Anders Alishin. Ivan A. Alvarez. Camila Alvarez. Megan Elizabeth Amundsen. Nathaniel Thomas Anderson. Dana Lynn Arcara. Evan Attinger. Sarah Helena Aversa. Gabrielle Madison Baker. Phoebe McEvely Baker. Brittany Roslyn Bambase. Tyzon Barrett. Ashley Marie Bauza. Agon Bagoli. Ava Helena Belfiore. William Joseph Bender. Edward David Bergamini. Andy Daniel Bermeo. Robert Philip Beater. Conrad Luke Biederman. Christopher John Bizocco. Erica Alexandra Bonacacia Bonney. Joseph Borgono. Julia Charlotte Boravin. Juliana Nicole Bottarini. Hannah Gabrielle Boyd. Samantha Grace Braun. Maria Michelle Brielle. Christina Marie Briante. Jennifer Lynn Bruce. Ashley Noel Bubalo. Vanessa Marie Buetti.